Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 3. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, we have one comment from last week's video. It's from Kid the King. Hey, boo. She says, hey everyone, Candace usually dances all over my last nerves. But this time I totally agree with her. She isn't going to pimp out her marriage for ratings. Have y'all noticed that Giselle attacks everyone that is in a relationship? If you ask me, she is jealous because she is beautiful to look at, but the ugliness inside seems to chase people away. Child, you said it. And I agree. It's like she did that mess with doggone Monique and Chris, which Candace should have looked at and been like, you that type of person. Oh, we can go back farther than that, Ray and Carrot. Then you was doggone it, messing with Wendy and Eddie's doggone relationship, but now you done got to Candace. And like, I like Candace, and Candace thing is, even though she be doing a lot and be getting on my nerves too, Candace thing is, if you leave me alone, was that a piece of lint in my hair? Leave me alone and I will not have to cut you with my words. It is plain and simple. And they like to try Candace. And then when she gets to cutting them with her words, Candace is doing too much. But I totally agree. She be doing the most. But tonight, I was loving the most. And we going to get on to the review. I'm glad that they went on to where they was. I wanted them to show a little bit more. But Candace talking about, y'all got Michael to grab on the booty. We not gonna, lump my husband into, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. Michael should be a person that you're uncomfortable for. This is the person who likes to grab booty, who got sued for grabbing somebody on production's booty. But let Michael walk in here right now. Y'all gonna be running to him, giving him hugs and offering him tea and crumpets. But Chris was done nothing to these ladies. Now you want to make him a target? We not finna do that. And it's the fact that Giselle, after Candace did that, and she was like, leave, doggone, and me talking to the cameras, and me breaking the fourth wall, I want y'all to leave that in there. Y'all have my permission to leave that in there. Okay, since we doing this, yeah, leave that in there and let the people know how angry I am. And I think, from what the reviews that I've been watching, everybody is on Candace's side. Yes, we on Candace's side. And Giselle went back to the ladies like she wasn't over there trying to doggone it destroy this man's reputation. And you can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me that Giselle was so uncomfortable. And now, I don't want to tell people how they should and shouldn't feel. But but my thing is, why did it have to wait till we was on camera? How long did they get off? I don't know how long they get off between the reunion and filming the next season, but I do believe they get a break. How come on your ride home, when you was all in this uncomfortability in which you said you were, you didn't call Candace and let her know then? Why is it that you had to make it a point to do this while we was filming? And we're going to get to some more into how her story don't sound right. But again, I'm always going to, if you feel uncomfortable, I'm going to believe you. I am always that person. But when what Giselle is saying, I'm not believing. Now the ladies will talk about me and her post. Ashley over time, I said, well, Giselle's being pushed under the bus, even though we all felt the same way. I don't think Giselle's being pushed under the bus, because y'all talked amongst yourself and had your opinions. Giselle decided to go to Mia. It's like, ooh, look, this is what cancer looks like. She jumped in front of the bus, and then Robin decided she wanted to bring everybody else along who had something to say with her and Giselle as they was getting thrown under the bus. Giselle was the one that took it upon herself to express how she felt that Mia was lying. Wendy says she's going to give Mia the benefit of the doubt because she had a friend who had cancer and had since passed away, and she doesn't think a person would do that. But she also, wait a minute, but she's also, if it isn't true, that's something that you should clear up because you don't want this dark cloud over you. To me, Robin, it's all about that approach. Is what Wendy is talking about. Your approach to me, and you and Giselle's approach to me was like you on some type of liar type situation, and it seems like the rest of the ladies, even though they have their opinion, they gonna sit back and wait for the results. Cause like when Mia was talking to Giselle, it was like I got these test results on A, B, C, D. Like I wasn't feeling good. The doctor said this on this day. She made the post. Since then, there has to be tests done. Tests gonna take a while. Okay, we found out it's not this. There's multiple tests being done. But also, I could understand why the ladies is like, you're making posts, then you're editing the post, and then you're saying this, but you're acting this way. I could understand where they're coming from. So it's looking like since Wendy didn't agree with Robin's approach. Her kids were invited to the family fun day. And I feel like you mad at Wendy. Her children should not have to suffer not being able to go to the family fun day when everybody else was invited. And Karen, whose children are grown, was invited. I feel some type of way about that. But they called Wendy on the microphone saying, I'm going to give her a chance, but we all know she lying. I'm not going to outright and say that to her face. Now, Ashley and her brother, they go looking for houses. And every time she finds a house that she likes, somebody comes in with a cash offer. And the people are like, okay, you coming in with cash? And you coming in at the price that I'm asking for? Yes, I don't need to see nobody else. I don't need nobody to try to go to the bank and see if they can get a little bit more money. Deal, sold. Now, I don't remember who it was that said that Michael getting this house with Ashley is a way of controlling Ashley. Like, okay, I'm using my credit and my money in my name to get you this house. You not going to be just up in this house laying up with any and everybody. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to have nobody else up in this house. This house is for you and them babies. And nobody else. Because Michael has had his hand in every step of this process, including picking out the realtor. Robin and one of the boys, they have moved into their dream house. Congratulations to them. They're still talking about getting married. They've been talking about getting married for the past several seasons, and like, if it's just getting married, just this other piece. Or is it that you want to have this fabulous, exaggerated wedding? Y'all have already been married. And from the way y'all talk, never actually, y'all wasn't no longer married, but y'all was still living as a married couple, even though Juan was out here doing his thing. He was still coming home to the bed that y'all shared. So, if it's just about being married, just this other piece. Y'all don't need to do this doggone extravagant wedding since y'all have already been married, in my opinion. She brings up the prenup. First, Juan was like, how dare you? But he was just joking because he's like, I make more money than you anyway. So then they, I guess, an informal way, they're going to write down what you want to get and what I want to get. And then we're going to go to a lawyer and get this together. I don't know if they ever going to get married or if they even want to. This seems like this is a storyline at this point. They are happy with the way things are. Now, y'all, I was feeling Wendy on this one because she goes to the dermatologist because her hair is thinning and falling out. For you guys who don't know, I have lupus. I've had lupus for the past almost 27 years. I was diagnosed when I was 10. And I know that thinning hair is a big issue. It has been an issue with me, especially once I stopped eating beef and pork, because I wasn't getting the proteins that I needed, so my hair was just thinning and falling out. Now I'm having an issue with, I'm getting these bald spots in my head, and I'm not really sure what it is. I don't know if it's alopecia. I don't know if it's something else. So I have a dermatologist appointment coming up to see what is going on. But Wendy's things, it's seeming like she is dealing with a lot of stress. She's had these thinning issues with her hair for quite a while now, and I'm assuming she thought it was like postpartum shedding after she had her daughter, but like it's continuous now. Now with wearing a lot of hats like Winnie does, that adds on to a lot of stress. And then on top of that, she's trying to open up a restaurant with Peter Thomas. So it's like she's doing a lot, and she's stressing herself out, and that's affecting her health. And it seemed like one of the treatments to get her hair to, you know, grow back and stop thinning, she's going to get facial hair. So you got to decide, okay, this treatment is going to potentially cause me to get a goatee. Now, I'm going to be open with y'all. The other day, I found one of chin hair. And I was like, like, first it was the chin hair, then it was me waking up with my shoulder hurting and having absolutely no idea how that happened. I'm like, and then random pimples when I'm close to 40, having pimples. If I have my name on a lease, if I am paying bills, I should not have to deal with acne, in my opinion. But hey, here I am. But you know, hopefully with me, I can get some medication. The dermatologist can figure out what I'm doing. Because when I'm telling my hair, like, it's gone, it's like, it's smooth gone. Like, it's no hair at all. Like, gone. It's just nothing but scalp gone. I got it, you know, covered up with these pads into it, so you can't really see what's going on. And a good high puff ponytail will, you know, disguise some things. But I can't wear certain styles now because of them bald spots. So hopefully the treatment works for Wendy, and hopefully I can figure out what's going on with my hair so I can get that under control. Where we at? I said that I understand what Robin is talking about, Mia and her pose. Okay, because it's like you put this post up, you say you get a biopsy, then you're saying there's no cancer. It's like she wants to know what's going on, but at the same time, I really don't be caring like that for real. I guess it's like you open up the floodgate. You came on here on social media talking about, you know, your health and all that stuff, and you just got people's mind just going like, what really is going on? Because when you put something up and then you kind of edit what you're saying and then you just leave it just open for interpretation, people gonna question you. Now Mia sitting her tail there talking about Chris made her feel uncomfortable at Karen's event because he kept on staring at her. I was like, so you're going to piggyback on what Ashley said, which was proved to be she was putting 20 on 10 and being messy, and what Giselle said. You're going to jump in and say that Chris made you feel uncomfortable, that he kept on looking at you. Well, in order for him to be, in order for you to know he was looking at you, you had to be looking at him. And I love Bravo for always rolling their beautiful bean footage, because every time they showed a clip at Karen's party, Chris was looking in the complete opposite direction. Even when Mia was out going and being loud and dancing, Chris was looking in the opposite direction. So and Bravo is the type of, place that if you said something and it happened, they're going to show it. So Mia, you're looking like you're lying right now. Just gonna say that. Now, this is when the episode got good to me, in my opinion, because at first it was looking like Karen was taking Giselle's side on the things. But then I was like, I don't know if Karen got the whole conversation of how Chris wanted to talk to Giselle about the treatment his wife was getting. And somehow Giselle then flipped the story to where she feels so uncomfortable. And how it wasn't no baby, you want to get with me. He wasn't touching her. He did not try to shoot her shot. She don't even remember what he said to make her feel uncomfortable. But Chris saying that Chris owing Giselle an apology. I'm going to say that Chris treated Giselle the way that he always treats her. And the way he treats all the other ladies. So this is a surprise to him. Now we get this back and forth scene. Chris explaining that he wanted to talk to Giselle, and she suggested he go back to her room, and he suggested they keep the door open. He was like, I'm a married man, you a single woman. I don't even want people to get the idea that something is going on. Giselle's telling her side of the story. That back in her room, her glam squad was not there. She tells Karen, I'm in a room with a married man, and it's his word against mine. And I think at that moment, this is when Karen was like, why would you say that? Why is it got to be his word against yours? Chris is our friend. He would never do anything like that. And this is also when Karen is seeming like she need to get some more information. How does this go to we talking to it's his word against mine? So as Giselle is talking, Karen's like, so he didn't hurt you. He didn't come on to you. And when you said you're about to leave, he left immediately. So she's getting the picture. She's not telling Giselle, you did wrong for that. But she's getting the picture. Chris, on the other hand, he's bringing up like he's never done anything to try to or even attempt to make these ladies feel uncomfortable. Yet Giselle is always one bringing up his private parts, but she's so uncomfortable around him. Robin shows up while Candace and Chris are at lunch. Now, I'm thinking that, and I'm hoping that Robin, and it's seeming like there's a crack in the Green Eyed Bandits club situation, because Robin actually stood up and told Giselle, that is not it, that is not wrong. Basically, don't put this information out there because you were dead wrong, and I can't follow you on that one. And I appreciate her for that, because Robin is one who would jump in front of the store to make sure that Giselle does not get hurt. And Giselle will go on about doing the exact same thing that she has always done. Robin, she's like, Chris is sitting there like, don't want to give her. She's like, we're not finna do that. You my friend. You always give me a hug when you see me. You gonna continuously do that. Yes, give me my hug. Robin is like, if we're gonna tell it, then we're gonna tell it all. First of all, Chris did not slide into Ashley's DM. She is breaking it down, and she is clearing Chris's name because Chris is her friend. Outside the show, Chris and Candace, they are friends together. And she is not going to sit back as his doggone reputation is going to be defamed. First of all, he did not slide into Ashley's DMs. He responded to a post like, hey, y'all out partying, y'all should come to the W. And she told Ashley that he worked at the W when they spoke on it. So when Ashley sat her tail down with Candace and was like, well, I just wanted to let you know because I didn't want you going to Chris' phone that he DM'd me, asked me to come to the W. She already knew that he worked at the W, and I'm glad that Candace did not take the bait. And even though I would like Candace and Ashley to get along, I don't always trust Ashley. Having from the beginning, she has showed her ways. And then she goes on, as far as Giselle, we talked about it that night, and I told her it was nothing. You was only concerned about the way that Candace was being treated. Chris says that he is a very friendly person, and when, he never is one to initiate a hug with the ladies. He always lets them initiate because he don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. And we see that when Giselle walks her tail over there to Chris, like, oh, hey, Chris, with arms wide open to give him a hug. But she was so uncomfortable around this man. I'm happy for, even though Robin, she be doing a lot, and I did not like how she excluded Wendy's kids from this Family Fun Day event. I am glad that she is standing 10 toes down, and y'all not finna do my friend Chris like that. Even though I am not going to Giselle's protector, I'm not going to stand for this, and I appreciated it. And it's looking like Karen got Giselle's side of the story, the full story in which Giselle is telling how Chris came to her room, how Chris did not make a pass at her, Chris did not touch her, and how when she wanted Chris to leave, he left immediately. And she's noticing the way Giselle gets down because Giselle has a pattern of trying to mess up people's relationships and reputations. She's taking a note that, yeah, Giselle is doing this for a storyline because outside of Chris making her feel uncomfortable, what else does she have? And how come it isn't that you didn't state your uncomfortability until we were on camera? Karen said that she had a husband that was on the show that made her feel uncomfortable. And when he gave her a hug, he squoze her so tight that her chest hurt. Now, I'm the type of person, I'm a side hugger because I'm not going to front hug a man that's not my husband. I'm going to give you a side hug. But that's just me. But people are seeing how disgusting the Giselle is. Beautiful woman, disgusting individual. So that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day for $9.99. Make sure notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.